The goal of this exercise is to explain and show two tools that are really useful in the management of assemblies: symbolic references and light representations. In the first part of the exercise we shall deal with symbolic references, how to create them and how to use them. First of all, let us say something about reference systems and parametric references. In CAD systems, parametric systems are generally absolute, in the sense they identify the entities providing the reference in the context where it was created. Such systems are based on the geometric properties of the entities taken as reference. This means that if a component is replaced or modified, the parametric reference could somehow be lost. This situation does not take place if from the topologic point of view the replacement is performed with a very similar part. But in general, a replacement does not ensure the parametric references will be kept. To avoid such troubles, in ThinkDesign you can use symbolic references, which are capable to identify parametric references through names. So it is possible to define any geometric entity created through a parametric operation as a symbolic reference. Symbolic references can be faces, edges, vertices of solids or components or datum planes, axes and points, or even curves and vertices inside a profile. When ThinkDesign commands like mating make use of these references, the symbolic reference is stored along with the absolute one. Therefore, the reference entity can be replaced with any entity, provided it has the same symbolic references with the same name. Let us now see how we can practically insert symbolic references and how we can actually use them. Then let us load the first component, a helix. So we shall open the file and select helica.e3, a helix. Next, let's go on inserting symbolic references. We have activated the symbolic reference toolbar, which can be opened through Tool Customize. Let us zoom the central part of the helix and let us set the representation mode to shaded view and boundaries in order to better distinguish the different faces. Let us now insert the first symbolic reference. Let's start the symbolic reference command and let us select, for example, the hole. Let's name this reference axis, asse. Let us confirm on top of the selection list and let us now insert a new symbolic reference and let's call it rondella helica, helix washer. Finally, let's rotate the model and let's insert a reference also on this face, the opposite one, which we shall call volano helica, helix flywheel. Let's confirm and let's exit the command using the green OK button on top of the selection list. Let's rotate the helix back to its previous position. Now we can see the symbolic references in the tree structure, since in the options we have activated the visualization of symbolic references. Let's choose model structure option and then below show associated events, and let's select the symbolic references checkbox. We can see where the symbolic references are located in the model either by selecting their respective icons in the tree structure, as you can see, or from the symbolic reference toolbar using the view symbolic reference command, which shows them on the model with their name and the entity they are related to. Let's do the same on another component. We shall use it inside an assembly. Let's open helix washer, rondella helica.e3. Let's insert the first symbolic reference, which we shall call asse, that is axis, onto the hole of the washer, and then another one on you see this face, calling it rondella dado, washer nut. Let us then rotate the model and let us insert a reference onto the opposite face, or better, let us see what happens if by mistake, rather than the opposite face, we select the side face, calling the reference rondella helica, helic washer. If we view the references, we can see rondella helica is associated to a face that is incorrect in our case. Then from the tree structure, let us right-click and let us choose Redefine in the context menu. Let us click on entity or points in the selection list, and then let us select the correct face and confirm by clicking the green traffic light on top of the selection list. Let us save and close also this model. Now, let us load another group, a helix group,